So when I first came across democratic education through A.S. Neil's book Summerhill, my first thought was, this is too good to be true. It can't be right. It sounds utopian. How can you just take away all these assumptions that we have? You let kids play as much as they want. You give them huge amounts of autonomy over what they do every day, both individually and as a group. You let them learn at their own pace when they choose to, without any kind of mandatory requirements. And it turns out that these kids actually turn out really well. Um, so these kids are growing up, they're well adjusted adults when they come out the other end. And it sounds, like I said, it sounds utopian. And I suppose that doubt in for someone's head is kind of natural if you're coming from a similar background to me, which is based in kind of a society that values mainstream education. Um, but the thing to realize is that this is not new. It's not some idea that's come out in the last 10 years or something like that. Summerhill is 100 years old. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. And that school is still going strong. And if you go to any of their events, the energy is incredible. There's the Sudbury Valley School, which is the closest version of democratic education to ours, still going strong after 50 years. Peter Gray writes beautifully about his involvement in that school. Free to Learn is a great book to check out if you're just new to this idea. You have the Circle School. They have the book When Kids Rule the School, which is an excellent book as well. They're going since 1984. There's a long list of these schools over the century, I suppose, at this point, right, or over the last 100 years. So these schools already exist, and all of the research suggests that the kids are fine. They're enjoying school, they're growing naturally, and they're coming out as well-adjusted, mentally well people. They're going out into the world, and for me, this kind of shatters a lot of the assumptions we make about normal schooling. So I suppose it's not too good to be true. It is true, or at least for a huge number of people who participate in it. So I suppose it turns out that turns out that play is really important for kids, and we shouldn't get in the way of that. Turns out that kids are capable of managing their environment to a large degree, given the right structure. It turns out that when kids are left to their own devices to learn things, but are supported and inspired, they learn better or just as well at things that they're drawn to. So that was my thought process on that particular thing. So thank you.